You log into Coinbase, you try to move your crypto, and instead of a transaction confirmation, you get this: account restricted, withdrawals unavailable, trading disabled. No clear explanation, no obvious fix, just your phone sitting there locked. This happened to me, and when I looked for answers, most of what I found was vague. Contact support and wait for a review. This sounds okay, but what caused this problem in the first place? And more importantly, how do you make sure it never happens again? That's exactly what this video is. A real step-by-step workflow on how to understand why your Coinbase account gets banned or restricted, how to actually fix it, and then the part most people skip: how to set up your account going forward so you don't run into this problem again. Watch this video till the end and I will show you a clean multi-accounting setup for Coinbase account management, and how to get 2 gig of free proxies so you can protect your account and start with less risk. Before we fix anything, you need to know which situation you are currently in, because the recovery path is different for each one. Restricted. This is the most common. You can still log in, you might even be able to view your portfolio, but specific actions like trading, sending, withdrawing are blocked until you complete a step Coinbase wants. Suspended. Your account is under active review. Coinbase compliance team is looking at something. A transaction, a payment method, an identity flag. You might still log in, but trading and withdrawals are paused. This can take anywhere from 10 business days to, in some reported cases, 2 to 8 months. Blocked. This is the worst one. Coinbase may have permanently disabled your access, usually because of suspected fraud, repeated policy violations, or unresolved compliance issue. Recovery is possible but much harder. You will need to contact support, and if large funds are involved, potentially a cryptocurrency litigation attorney. Quick decision rule. Pause here, look at what you can and can't do in your Coinbase account right now. Here is the thing about Coinbase detection systems. They are automated, and automated systems are not judging your intent, they are judging your signals. So let's go through every major trigger, because understanding this is how you stop it from happening again. Switching devices or browsers too often. If you log in from your laptop, then your phone, then your work computer, then a browser you use for other stuff, Coinbase system sees multiple identities accessing the same account, even if it is just you. Your browser fingerprint kept changing. Every time you clear cookies, use incognito mode, or switch to a different browser, your fingerprint changes. Coinbase tracks this. If your fingerprint looks different login after login, their fraud system treats it as a red flag. Logging in from different IP addresses or countries. VPNs and switching regions confuse Coinbase geolocation tracking. If your account logs in from the Netherlands, then the US, then Singapore, all within a short window, that looks like a compromised account. Incomplete or outdated KYC. Coinbase operates under financial regulations that require KYC verification. If your ID is expired, your address doesn't match, or you never finish the verification flow, restrictions will come, often without a clear warning. Multiple personal accounts. This is a hard rule. Coinbase terms of service allow one verified personal account per individual. If they detect you have more than one, through matching IDs, SSNs, bank accounts, IP addresses, or browser fingerprints, they give you 15 days to close the extras. If you don't, all accounts can be suspended permanently. Failed or suspicious payment methods. A failed bank transfer, a rejected card, or a payment method that doesn't match your verified identity can trigger a security hold automatically. Unusual transaction patterns. If your trading volume, wallet activity, or transaction frequency falls outside what Coinbase algorithm considers normal, the automated system will flag it, even if you have done nothing wrong. Alright, now let's actually fix this. I'm going to walk you through this exactly as I would do it myself. Step 1. Check your email. Right now, open the email account tied to your Coinbase profile. Search for emails from Coinbase support. Check your spam folder too. Some emails sometimes land there. Email should tell you what triggered the restriction and what they need from you. This is your roadmap. Step 2. Log in and follow the in-app prompts. Sign in to Coinbase.com, try to do the restricted action, a withdrawal, a trade, whatever is blocked. When the restriction alert appears, don't miss it, click through it. Coinbase will often walk you through on-screen questions, answer them accurately. In some cases, this alone triggers an automatic review and lifts the restriction. Pause and do this now. Before you move to step 3, take a screenshot of every prompt and message you see. This documentation matters if you need to escalate later. Step 3. Submit verification documents if asked. If the issue is KYC related, which is the case most of the time, you will be asked to upload one or more of these: government issued ID, passport, driver's license, or proof of address. Upload clear, high-quality images. Blurry or cropped documents get rejected and add days to your timeline. Step 4. Submit one support ticket, not multiple. I know it is frustrating when you don't hear back, but creating multiple tickets for the same issue actually slows the process down. Their system can deprioritize duplicate requests. Submit one ticket with all your documentation attached. Then follow up on that same ticket if you haven't heard back in 5 to 7 days. Here are the checkpoints you should have. You should have reviewed your email for the restriction reason, completed all in-app prompts, submitted required documents with your support ticket, screenshots of everything. Let's be honest, sometimes Coinbase support doesn't move fast. Here is your escalation path. Submit a new ticket with additional documentation, more evidence, clearer explanations. A fresh submission sometimes reaches a different reviewer. Contact Coinbase publicly on their official X account. Public visibility can sometimes accelerate a response. This is especially useful if your account has been pending review for more than 30 days. If you have a significant amount of funds locked and weeks have passed with no response, consult a cryptocurrency litigation attorney. This is rare, but it is a real option that some users have used successfully for serious cases. Here is the part most people miss. You fix the current restriction, Coinbase lifts it, you go back to the same workflow, and a few weeks later you are back here watching this video again. Why? Because you haven't fixed the root cause. The root cause is almost always this: inconsistent digital signals. Think about it like this. Imagine showing up to your bank branch every week. One week you wear glasses, a beard, and a cap. Next week you are clean shaven with no glasses. The week after that you are dressed completely differently and you are coming from a different city. Even if it is you, the teller flags it because to their system none of these visits look like the same person. That's exactly what Coinbase systems are doing with your browser fingerprint and IP address. The fix is not just to resolve the current restriction. The fix is to control your digital identity so your sessions look consistent, clean, and human every single time. And this is where anti-detect browsers come in. Let me explain this as a category first. An anti-detect browser lets you create multiple fully isolated browser environments. Each one has its own fingerprints, its own cookies, its own saved sessions, its own login state. They don't bleed into each other. For multi-accounting, meaning situations where you are managing more than one account, whether for different wallets, different team members, or different use cases, this is critical. Without isolation, every time you switch between accounts in a normal browser, you are dragging signals from one session into another. Cookies, login history, cache data, it all mixes. That mixing is exactly what platforms like Coinbase detect and flag. Anti-detect browsers also let you assign a unique proxy to each profile. So not only does each identity have a different fingerprint, it also has a different IP address. That's the combination that makes multi-accounting clean and consistent. Now here is a rule I use with any anti-detect browser, and I recommend this regardless of which tool you pick. Before you do any real work in any profile, verify the fingerprint first. The easiest way to do this is to open ipa.com inside the profile and check that the fingerprint looks clean and consistent. What you are looking for is no obvious red flags, consistent parameters, nothing that looks like a mismatch or a technical anomaly that a platform detection system would notice. If something looks off, regenerate the profile settings or recheck your proxy before logging into anything real. Now, in my own workflow, I use GoLogin. I like how it keeps profiles organized, makes the setup repeatable, and the proxy integration is clean. So I'm going to show everything on GoLogin, and I do recommend it. Alright, let's build this out. I'm going to create 3 profiles, each one representing a separate Coinbase account. I'll name them clearly so you can follow along. Click New Profile in the top right corner of the dashboard. In the name field, type Coinbase Main. This is going to be your primary personal account profile. Now, scroll down to the proxy section. Here is where you assign the IP address that this profile will always use. Click on the proxy dropdown. Select your country. For most users, this should match the country your Coinbase account is registered in. If your account is US registered, pick a US proxy. Hit check proxy to confirm it's live and working. Good, you can see the IP address it resolved to. That's the IP Coinbase will see when this profile logs in. Repeat this process for 2 more profiles. You should now have 3 profiles in your GoLogin dashboard. Each profile has a unique name tied to its purpose. Each profile has a unique proxy assigned. No 2 proxies share an IP. Now let's run this and verify them properly. This is the part most people skip, and it is the most important habit you can build. Click Run on Coinbase Main. A new browser window opens. It looks just like Chrome, but it is fully isolated. Type ipa.com in the address bar and press Enter. Now look at what IPA shows. You are checking a few things. Is the fingerprint consistent? Nothing should look like a mismatch between your browser data and your IP. Are there obvious red warnings or suspicious flags? Does the IP match the country you selected in GoLogin? If everything looks clean, you are good. If you see red flags, regenerate the profile's fingerprint settings in GoLogin or swap to a different proxy and run it again. Open a new tab, go to Google, type my IP and hit enter. Then click this result. This tool will show you the IP address this profile is representing. This should match the proxy you assigned. It should not be your real home IP. This is your proof that the isolation is working, that this browser window has a completely different identity from your regular browser. You are now ready to log into Coinbase inside this profile. Let me go through the most common issues you will hit and exactly how to fix them. IP doesn't change. The proxy isn't connected. Close the profile, go back to GoLogin settings, verify that the proxy is assigned and saved correctly. Run it again. If it still shows your real IP, try using a different proxy server address from your provider. IP haze shows suspicious or red flags. Don't log into Coinbase yet. Go back to GoLogin, open the profile settings and look for the regenerate option on fingerprint parameters. Apply new fingerprint settings, run the profile again, then recheck IP haze. If it keeps showing red flags, the issue might be the proxy location conflicting with the fingerprint language or time zone settings. Adjust them to match. Coinbase sessions log out every time you open the profile. Make sure you are letting GoLogin save the session when you stop. Don't force quit the browser window. Click Stop in the GoLogin dashboard. This triggers the cloud session save. Next time you run the profile, the session will be restored automatically. Before you go, here is your complete prevention checklist. These are the rules that keep your accounts clean. Use the same browser profile every single time for each Coinbase account. Never log in from a different browser or a different profile. Never clear cookies inside an active account profile. Let the session stay intact. Never use incognito mode for Coinbase. Incognito wipes cookies and changes your fingerprint every session. Limit VPN use. If you need to protect your connection, use a stable proxy assigned to the profile, not a VPN that lets you switch countries freely. Keep your KYC documents updated. If you move, update your address. If your ID expires, upload the new one before Coinbase asks. Respond quickly to any Coinbase verification request. Delays increase the chance of automatic escalation to a harder restriction tier. Use trusted, consistent payment methods. Don't link and unlink bank accounts or cards frequently. One account per verified identity. If you legitimately need more, set up proper isolated profiles with unique IPs and separate credentials. If you want to replicate this Coinbase account management setup, the full multi-accounting workflow with isolated profiles, clean fingerprints, and stable proxies. To get 40% off GoLogin and claim the 2 gig free proxies, click my link in the description or the pinned comment below. The link is right there, 40% off, 2 gig of free proxies included. Start with that, build your profiles, run the IPA check, and you have got a setup that protects your accounts from the kind of messy signals that get accounts flagged in the first place. If this helped you, drop a like. It genuinely helps this video reach people who are stuck dealing with a restricted account right now. And if you have any question, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.